Hello and welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining today's information session focused on the insurance requirements for drive-on enrollment. My name is Janet, and I'm the Integrated Project Manager at Parsons, the vendor for the drive-on program. We will first review the important documents to review prior to beginning your enrollment. Then we will provide further clarification on the insurance requirements required during enrollment and provide an overview of the business documentation step in the drive-on portal. We will wrap up with the steps to take to get started with your drive-on enrollment if you haven't done so already. Please note that this program is just transitioning the way that inspection data is collected and used from the paper-based MVIS program to the digital drive-on program. As such, the inspection standards remain unchanged. They are the same as what you are obligated to by regulations today. Let's walk through how to access the enrollment information on the drive-on portal. Open the webpage www.driveonportal.com. On the landing page, you will see the 3 steps to join drive-on shown in the light blue bars. Click on Step 1 to read the program enrollment package and access other important enrollment materials. This will take you to the enrollment information page. Here you will find enrollment information, such as the program enrollment package, the recent letter that was sent to the MVIS industry by MTO, and copies of the contracts and agreements that will be electronically signed during your enrollment. The most important thing on this page is the program enrollment package that is highlighted in the orange must-read bar. It is very important that you review the program enrollment package prior to creating your account and starting your application. This document lists important enrollment information, insurance requirements, and the business documentation that is required to be uploaded during your enrollment. It also includes information on the new drive-on inspection equipment and pricing, pre-authorized debit payments, and how to register for and take technician training. This package describes the information and documentation that needs to be uploaded during the enrollment process. Please have all your documentation ready to upload prior to creating an account. I can't stress this enough. It is very important to read the program enrollment package thoroughly, as the accuracy of your application is very important. If the information submitted is not correct, or there are discrepancies in the information provided, the application will be returned for correction, leading to delays in receiving ministry approval. Also important to read under the reference materials is the performance contract. The insurance requirements are different based on the type of inspections you perform. If you perform safety inspections for the general public or for vehicles outside of your own fleet, please review the insurance requirements listed in the performance contract for public vehicle inspection centers. Section 4.1 of the performance contract lists the required insurance coverages. If you only perform safety inspections for your registered business fleet vehicles, please review the insurance requirements listed in the performance contract for fleet vehicle inspection centers. Section 4.1 of the performance contract lists the required insurance coverages. Note that if you are a fleet station and also perform inspections to the general public or other fleets, you would be registering as a public VIC and therefore obtain insurance coverages listed in the public performance contract. Again, copies of the performance contracts can be found on the enrollment information page on the portal. Please review the performance contract for the language required on the insurance certificates, as the language on your insurance certificate must match exactly as written in the performance contract. If it does not, your application will be sent back for correction. For example, the commercial general liability on the insurance certificate that is required for both fleet and public inspection centers cannot just say $3 million. It must state the language as per the performance contract, which is $3 million per occurrence on property damage, bodily injury, and personal injury. Also, His Majesty the King in right of Ontario as represented by the Minister of Transportation must be listed as additional insured with the correct address. The insurance certificate must include an expiry date. It is critical that your insured name on the insurance certificate matches your legal name as shown on your business documentation. As we have mentioned, all the information in your documentation must match the information entered during your enrollment. The address listed on your insurance policy must match the business address entered during your enrollment. If your insurance certificate is a corporate policy, that is, you have multiple business locations under one insurance certificate, your certificate must list all the addresses of the location you are applying for. Have your insurance company add additional pages to the insurance certificate to list the addresses of all the locations covered by that insurance policy. We recommend printing page 15 of the program enrollment package to send to the insurance company so they have the details on the language that is required to be listed. But please note that it is the owner that is responsible to review the insurance certificate for accuracy before uploading it to the portal. Also to note is that your insurance certificate does need to be valid for the life of the program. You must update your certificate and the expiry date in the Drive-On portal and keep it current, not let it expire. Owners and delegates will receive reminder emails when the expiry date is upcoming. Your VIC will be locked out from inspections if your insurance certificate expires. I will now pass the presentation over to Brad, who will provide a brief demonstration of completing the insurance section on the Drive-On portal.
So to start this demonstration, I'm actually on the main menu screen of the Drive-In portal. So in order to have the same walkthrough that I would or see the same things that I would, you would first have to log into your owner's account at www.driveonportal.com. So I've logged into my owner's account. What you can see here to start is that there is an orange banner that runs across the screen on the main menu. This is indicative of somebody who has already begun their enrollment application and has completed at least the first 2 steps. So if you want to get in and start working on an existing application, what you're going to have to do is click on the orange banner. So as you can see here, it runs through the different steps that I've completed. I have completed the first 3 steps, and then I am on step 4, insurance information. In order to complete the insurance information section, it is quite easy. There's not a lot of information that you have to provide. So there are 4 separate fields: your insurance company, your policy number, your effective date, and your expiry date. And then you would have to upload a copy of your certificate of insurance. Please note that there is a size limit for your file, and there are some supported file formats. So you're going to want to, be aware of that when you're uploading a document to make sure that you're meeting these requirements. Before I complete this field, I did want to highlight our Need Assistance button. So the Need Assistance button has been added to the insurance information section just to give everybody some additional information and easier access to the requirements. So I'm going to click on the Need Assistance button here, and it's going to take you to some information that we have related to your insurance. So you'll note here that it highlights all of the coverages that are required. So all the coverages that you see on the screen here would be required for all public stations. And the first coverages that you see here would be required for your fleet stations. Now, as Janet had mentioned, please ensure that, when you're completing your insurance certificate or having your insurance certificate provided by your insurance professional, that when you have commercial general liability listed, that it has this specific language, as well as the specific coverage amount, as well as the per occurrence, property damage, bodily injury, and personal injury. It's imperative that all of that information be included to avoid delays or it being returned. Additionally, you must have an additional insured that is named with this specific verbiage: His Majesty the King in right of Ontario as represented by the Minister of Transportation on your commercial general liability coverage. And you would also need to ensure you provide an address for your additional insured that is listed here. You won't see this address listed in the performance contract. So just note, if you need the address, you can click on that need assistance button and it is listed here. For public stations, you're also going to require standard garage liability. This language specifically needs to be used on your insurance certificate with the coverage of $3 million per occurrence on property damage and bodily injury, and then legal liability for damage to customer vehicles, and specifically $200,000 for collision and $300,000 for specified perils or comprehensive coverage. As Janet had already mentioned, the insurance certificate must include the expiry date, and the insured address must match the address provided under Section 2 for your business. Additionally, the insured name must match your company legal name that is shown on your business documentation, so the business document that you submit, as well as the tax compliance verification certificate that you submit. So all of these things must match. So if we're completing the insurance information section, once you've obtained your insurance certificate with all the required coverages, you're going to come to Section 4. You're going to enter the insurance company. So in this case, it's Canada Insurance, your policy number, your effective and expiry date. I recommend using the calendar icons for ease of use. And the length of your insurance is typically a year. So you would change the year, you would go in, and you would adjust it accordingly. It then comes to when you're going to upload your certificate of insurance. You're going to click the Upload File button, and you're going to upload a copy of your insurance certificate. Document has been uploaded successfully. Once you've done that, you can scroll to the bottom of the page. Please read and then check the acknowledgement boxes and press the Save button. As you can see, I have completed the insurance information section, and it has allowed me to move on to the next section of the application, which is the tax compliance verification certificate. I'm now going to pass it back to Janet. Thank you, everybody.
Great, thanks, Brad. I'd like to discuss a couple of additional important items about enrollment before we close today. Let's talk specifically about the required business documentation for your drive-on enrollment. First to note is the name that you apply with and list as the owner during your enrollment must be named on the business documentation that you will be uploading during the enrollment process. For example, if the business documentation contains multiple names on the document, such as owner, president, director, or officers, then one of the individuals that is listed on the documentation must be listed as an owner of your business on the drive-on application. The owner name that you enter must be spelled exactly as it is listed on your business documentation. The only exception to matching owner name to business documentation is if you are a government or police inspection station, as business documentation is not required to be uploaded during your application. Also note, not only does the owner name need to match one of the names listed on the business documentation, but the name of the business and legal name you entered during your enrollment must match the information as listed on your business documents. The legal name you enter on the drive-on portal must match the legal name as listed on your uploaded documents. The details of all the required documentation to be uploaded during your enrollment can be found in the program enrollment package. The documentation required is different for a public or fleet facility versus a government or police facility. Please ensure that the business document you upload during the enrollment process includes an owner name, business name, and legal name, and that all the information matches the information you entered during the enrollment process. For public and fleet facilities, instructions on how to obtain the profile report is found in the program enrollment package. A tax compliance verification certificate, referred to as the TCV, can also be obtained online very quickly, with instructions on how to obtain it found in the program enrollment package. Please be sure to upload the actual TCV certificate and not just a screenshot of the approval page, as your application will be sent back to you if not submitted correctly. If you attach incorrect documentation or the information on your business document does not match exactly to what you enter in the Drive-On portal during enrollment, your application will be sent back to you for correction. As discussed, the owner name on your Drive-On application must be listed on the business documentation you upload. That said, there is an option for the owner to add a delegate in the Drive-On portal. A delegate is someone that can assist with completing the application on behalf of the inspection center. The owner can add the delegate on step 3 of 11 in the enrollment process. Please note that although a delegate can assist with completing the application, they are not able to electronically sign the contracts unless they are also listed on your business documents. For example, you can add someone as a delegate who assists with the day-to-day operations of your business, and they may not be listed on your business documentation, such as your profile report. As a delegate, they can complete many sections of the application, such as entering data in the required fields and uploading the required documentation. But when they get to the step to e-sign the performance contract, the owner will then need to log back into the Drive-On portal and electronically sign the performance contract and submit the application. If your delegate is also named on your profile report or business documentation, then they too can electronically sign the contracts. So for clarity, the person that signs the contracts, whether it is the owner or delegate, must be named on the business documentation. One final thing we would like to remind you of is the technician training component. Technicians must complete training on the Drive-On requirements. Inspection centers can't perform inspections without a Drive-On trained technician. Technicians are required to create their own account on the Drive-On portal and complete the necessary online training modules. Training is approximately 30 minutes, free, and available for technicians to complete 24/7. We encourage technicians to review Section 6 of the program enrollment package for the details on how to register as a technician and take the required training. An important note is that technicians can begin their training now. They do not need to wait for the owner to complete their VIC application. Technicians can go ahead, read the program enrollment package, create an account, and take their training. Note that all technicians performing safety inspections in the Drive-On program must have the appropriate certificate of qualification for the class of vehicles being inspected. Technicians' Skilled Trades Ontario membership number will be validated before they are able to begin Drive-On training. Technicians' STO will be validated prior to beginning Drive-On training. It is very important to ensure that the name you use to create your Drive-On portal account matches exactly with the name as registered with Skilled Trades Ontario. Do not include extra spaces in your name, and be sure that your first, middle, and last name, as it is listed in the STO registry, matches exactly to what you enter in the Drive-On portal for first, middle, and last name. Let's now review some of the ways that you can access Drive-On support and assistance. One of your best resources for enrollment information is by reviewing the materials found on the Drive-On portal enrollment information page, especially the program enrollment package. We also recommend that you print the table of contents to know what pages to reference when you need to look up information. On the enrollment information page on the portal, You will also find copies of the contracts and agreements that will be signed during your enrollment, as well as a copy of the program SOP. In addition, the Drive-On portal also provides help information during your enrollment in the help menus. You can also view sample documents to upload or hover over the blue I buttons next to the fields to receive additional guidance for clarification on what to enter during your application. All vehicle inspection centers do have access to the VIC assistance line. If you email us, please ensure you provide your VIC name and VIC ID number in the email so we can better assist you. A help feature is available for technicians on the inspection tablet for each screen. This will provide technicians with helpful information for the current portion of the inspection they are on. And you can also visit our YouTube channel to watch many helpful videos. Many help videos are posted to our YouTube channel, such as information on Drive-On portal enrollment, equipment ordering, receiving equipment and setup, and recordings of past information sessions. We encourage technicians to view the video on how to perform a light-duty safety inspection with the new Drive-On equipment. To find our channel in YouTube, search Drive-On Help Videos. If you have a smartphone with you now, you can use it to scan the QR code on the screen to access the channel. Simply open your camera app, hover your phone over the QR code until you see a yellow outline appear around the image, and then click on the QR code on the screen of your phone. It will take you to our YouTube channel. When you're on the channel, you can select the Videos tab to view all the available videos. You can subscribe to the channel and also bookmark the site for future use. So we thank you for your time today and for your ongoing support and participation in the Drive-On program. We hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.